Everybody, this is Frilioth and welcome to another Minecraft tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to build this really simple free-range honeycomb farm. Now, if you're one of those people that don't like industrializing bees and having them all cooped up in little apiaries and everything, if you want them to roam free and still get you your honeycomb, this is how you do it. So building this thing is really simple, and you don't need a lot of resources to do it either. What you need, you're going to need a single hopper, you're going to need a barrel, 2 observer blocks, a dispenser, and this has to be a dispenser. You're going to need 1 blob of redstone dust, you're going to need a rail, and you're going to need a hopper minecart. You can't just use a hopper underneath the bee's nest to collect the honeycomb, because hoppers just aren't quick enough anymore to collect the drops. The honeycomb will just spit out all over the floor. So you do need to use a hopper minecart. You're also going to have to get yourself some shears. I mean, 1 pair of shears will do, but they do use durability when you're harvesting the honeycomb. So if you can fill up the dispenser with shears, then you're going to get more honeycomb before you have to go back and repair your shears or refill your shears. And to be honest, shears are only 2 pieces of iron, aren't they? So that's 18 pieces of iron, and you've filled up your dispenser. So first thing you need to do is find somewhere that's got a naturally spawning bee's nest. I wonder where one of those could be. Let's have a look around. Oh, there's one, as if by magic. So we've got our bee's nest, we've got a few bees around it. Now each bee's nest will only support 3 bees, so if there were 50 bees around here and only 1 bee's nest, there's a very good chance that the bees are just going to wander off, because they can't get rid of their pollen and their nectar and everything else inside the nest. So you'll probably find if there's a lot of bees around here, they will eventually wander off unless you get more nests put in or you get a few beehives. This works with beehives as well. If you want to use a beehive and do it free range, this will work just as well. So what you need to do is get yourself underneath your bee's nest. You need to pop out a hole just there, and you need to put your barrel in that hole like that, and then pop out a block just behind it and crouch and put a hopper leading into the back of your barrel like that. Okay? And then on either side of that, you're going to want to put down a couple of blocks. So I'm using oak wood because it's an oak tree. So you want to put down a couple of blocks like that. And then in there, you want to put down a rail. Now, you want to be looking that way. If you put your rail down like that, it's going to look like that. And your minecart's going to stick out the front slightly. So get to the side of it and look upwards, look along the length of the nest. And then put your rail there like that, so it's sort of sideways on. And on top of that, you just want to put yourself down your hopper minecart. Now you want to whiz around the back of the farm. You need to break out those 2 blocks like that. Take out your observer blocks, and you need to look at the back of the bee's nest, and you want to put down an observer block like that. Now that observer block is going to detect when the bees go in and out of the nest. And when they do go in and out of the nest, it's going to put a pulse through the observer. Okay, I have to break that, break a few leaves. You can't make a cake without breaking a few leaves. Then you're going to have to jump up and put an observer facing upwards on top of that observer. Okay, so you've got to make sure that the output part, the redstone part, is at the top. If it's not, this is not going to work, okay? And then make sure you've got a solid block on top of it. Now you want to go around to the front of your farm, and you need to put a dispenser facing downwards on top of your bee nest. Okay, so it's got to be a dispenser. So just get to the front of your nest, click there, and put yourself a dispenser down facing downwards. Now that dispenser can be filled with shears. You've only got the 1 shear, put 1 shear in. If you can fill it, fill it. It's as I say, harvesting honeycomb will use durability on your shears, and eventually they'll break, and then your bee nest will fill up with honey, and you won't be able to harvest any more honeycomb. So stick a few in. Now on top of the dispenser, you need to put a blob of redstone dust. So break a few leaves. You can actually stand here, look at the leaves above it, and that will, and by clicking on those leaves there, you've actually put a blob of redstone on top of the dispenser. Okay, so look at the leaves above it, blob of redstone. You can then put that leaf back in front again like that. So now you should have something that looks like that. We can stick in a few leaves around it. And now just grab yourself some oak logs, and we need to make this look like a tree. I mean, you can leave it like that. That's it. That's the farm done. but sometimes the honeycomb may well spit out the sides. It doesn't happen often because of the hopper minecart, but it could happen. So in order to avoid that from happening, just grab yourself some wood blocks and put your wood blocks around the side. Just make this look like a really fat tree. Everybody loves a fat tree. Okay. Even fill the back in so you can't even see the observer. Put in a few leaves around the side. And there you go, a really, really easy to build, resource friendly honeycomb farm that allows your bees to roam around and do whatever they want. Now this won't fill up honeycomb as quick as some of the apiaries or some of the industrialized kind of farms, because it's not enclosed. The bees can wander off. They won't necessarily harvest the pollen from the nectar from the flowers that are the closest to it, and there is a good chance that some of them will actually wander off. So it's the risk you take if you want to go free range, I guess. But if you do find that a couple of bees have gone missing, then you'll either have to fetch some more or just breed up the ones that you've got. So there you have it, a really, really easy to build free range honeycomb farm that you can build in 1.15. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, everybody. If you have, please don't forget to leave it a like. And if you've really loved it, don't forget to subscribe for future tutorials. This is Frilioth, and I'm out of here.